Hey guys, how are you doing? 10 minutes before the um, the markets are opening, the futures that is, 10 minutes before that happens. And yeah, the past two trading days has been insane. With that whole tariff thing, everything is getting puked, dumped across the board basically. So we will do a quick Twitter update here just to check in to the X. A lot of bearish posts, of course, but we shall see how it is. And yeah, just updated, the views that we have on gold, silver, the ratio, the Dixie, and what have you. Bitcoin also here for the members on the Substack. And yeah, check it out if you want to. And here we are. Here we are with the with Twitter. Good old Twitter here. Good. Again, follow me, all that good stuff, guys, if you appreciate the content and the value that I try to bring or show you how I do things. So, good. Let's start straight off the bat here with Vine or Vine. The gold silver ratio just tagged the top of a multi-year rising channel. Historically, this level, silver outperformance ahead. Add in overthrow. So again, he calls it overthrow, I call it, overperformance. Again, same thing. I'm not so sure. Again, this is a big resistance level, but again, let's see. Again, these markets are wild and all over the place. So the higher we go, the more you want to be in silver. I completely agree with Vinny here, or Vine, for sure. Yeah, good. I have my view here on the gold to silver ratio. Basically gone vertical ever since we broke the big 92. 92, a level that was mentioned, that I talked about for a long time. Anything above 92 is very, very bearish for everything, basically. That is when the market's on huge distress. And that is clearly the case here after we pumped to the upside there. And we had our level at roughly 87 to the downside, which would have been insanely bullish for the precious metals and energy, by the way. We broke to the upside, and now we have to see how high the ceiling is. How high up can it go? Gold silver ratio. This was a post that I did a few days ago, one day ago actually, where we actually had the Bitcoin, the crypto, holding well, and the Nasdaq completely dumping. And again, one of these guys here are clearly in the wrong. Which one is it? And Bitcoin has followed through here today. And if you look at the total market cap of crypto, we are playing or breaking an 8-year trend line support, two big supports actually. If that is the case, to me that is game over crypto for a long period of time. If that really breaks down here, which it looks like it will. And speaking of, here we have it. You can't see the extension, but it goes back to 2017, and then we hit these two here. The short-term stuff here, the 2-year trend line here, the highs, the tag, the big cup and handle here, yeah, breaking out, testing, and we're now breaking down here. We are at this low here, the last kind of support that it has. We shall see. To me, this breakdown here is the one that will cleanse. Again, big words, I know. The one that will cleanse the entire crypto space and take a lot of markets down with it. Yeah. Good. Again, here, this is just my view. Again, you can do whatever you want. But to me here, silver, if we keep flushing for silver over the next few weeks here, and silver hits, roughly 26.5, to me, that's a gift. And you want to buy physical at that point in time. Again, that's just my view, because then we're getting back to the breakout point from, again, 26 was the big moment for the breakout in silver. We're getting back to that. That is good value, in my opinion. Again, do as you may, guys. Do as you may. Good. Here we have silver bark with the SPY divided by silver. The ratio, support columns has been blown out. So you can see here a lot of support has been, as mentioned, blown out here. Largely without anyone noticing. Only when the entire structure comes down, the people will take notice. Very little reaction time when the cascade begins. And I agree here. You can see these low-hanging fruits here going back 4 years. When they are hopefully taking out, silver will start the outperformance against these buy. Obviously, the past 2 days, silver is down. How much is it down? At least 10% in 2 days. So that is pretty rough. Pretty rough. Tariff day, again, that was the day after the tariff day 2. The update on what happened. And yeah, gold to silver ratio above 100. Actually, it's 104 now. 104 or something, so pretty high in 2 days. But the higher we go, the better silver will be. Again, the lower we get to like 30 and 15 out in the future, you want to swap all your silver into gold. Everything. And here, you want to buy silver. You want to buy silver because that is going to be the better play down the road. What else here? We have oil. The USD WGI here, big technical breakdown for oil, breaking down from its 4-year wedge pattern. So this is the yellow one you see here. There it is. It did find support at its 20-year trend line. You can see the long-term support and resistance here, trend line. Boom, we tagged it, perfection. A little bit of retrace. Again, let's see what happens here. If we are gonna go for a back test and then get back in, boom, we're gonna do a big move. And again, if we don't hold here and we lose the golden, then we're going to see a lot lower prices for oil. And you could argue that you have a measured, a head and shoulders here, very weird one, where you could drop 50% from the breakdown, meaning you hit like 35 or so, $35. The QQQ on the monthly, the extreme buy entry is not here yet. Will it hit the lower trend line? I think so at some point. And to me here, we're going back to the global financial crisis low. And you can see we have 4 here. So again, you can buy, you can have a stop loss just below the trend line. And you can ride it higher maybe. If you break, of course, you're breaking a 20-year trend line. Game over, QQQ. And we're going to go down initially to the lows there in 2023. Big, important trend line. The most important support trend line that I can find here. And this was actually, 2 days. Where is it? Where are you going to do? There it is. So 2 days ago, crypto right now, what's all the fuss about? Again, we talked, like I showed you prior, that the crypto didn't puke. It has done that now, but still that was a funny little one in my opinion. So I think that's all, guys. The markets are opening in roughly 3 minutes. Maybe we will actually just wait here a little bit just to see, and we will go into have a little bit of fun time here, looking at the we'll look at the silver just to see how it is, because again, silver is a big interest of mine. We will go to the 5 minutes here, and we will wait, and then we will, in the meantime, just look at some charts here. Again, it updates in 7 minutes. It does it 5 minutes after the opening here, at least for me. So let's look at silver here recently. We are now at, if I do that, we are now at support. Again, markets are not normal, so let's see here. But you can see we are at a double support on silver. Again, here the big breakout on silver. And again, now we're back here again testing the blue and the horizontal potential double bottom. Interesting here, if we hold here, we could see at least a short-term bounce. Will that be the one that takes us way higher? Most likely not, because all that momentum here that is created takes a long time to unwind. And yeah, we shall definitely see. But we would like that spike to be as high as possible, because if we are to roll over, we want that momentum to be as high as possible. Otherwise, the targets downwards can be quite big. But again, markets are a bit crazy. So platinum here again looked it looked so good until that, the past 2 days here with that whole internal structure here, and we were about to go, and then boom, plunged big time, breaking that finding support at roughly 900 where we have the long-term trendline support, but if you go to the weekly here, look at the Bollinger Band here on the weekly chart for platinum. It is right here, right? We can't go much lower than 900 because at that point we could get Bollinger expansion on the weekly. That's very bad to the downside, and we could see, you know, 700. We could again at least 800, 700, maybe even 550. I mean, there's a lot of support, but again, yeah, let's see how insane it can get. But when you have weekly Bollinger Band expansion, that is a long-term trend that is setting in here for platinum maybe. So yeah, this could be a big one here if we don't hold, unfortunately. Good. No, I don't think I want to wait, guys. Again, 5 minutes. I've done, you know, the exact update more or less on the chart for the members. So again, I will leave it here, guys. Let's see what the market brings when we open in 5 minutes. Have a great day, guys. It's been a pleasure. Cheers and bye.